Howard Lutnick, a name you certainly want to steer clear of if you have dyslexia, is expected to be nominated as Donald Trump's Commerce Secretary today, Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. And what a perfect day it is to nominate the Commerce Secretary. Again, if you're new here, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words, known as Gematria or Gematria. You learn this and you see through the rituals in the Masonic city, known as Washington, D.C. Again, look into Albert Pike's Morals and Dogma. He talks about how Freemasonry is based in Kabbalah. Look into Kabbalah, you'll find the Book of Formation, where the opening paragraph of the book says, God created the world with numbers, letters, and words. The people who truly run the federal city, which aren't the puppet politicians you see in there, it's not going to be the Howard Lutnicks. It's the people who stand behind them. And they run this nation as a business. This nation is about commerce. And this order really loves the number 42. Again, D.C. is known as the Masonic city, and modern Freemasonry is a Jesuit creation. And the nation's capital city, with George Washington, which is named after, that went into being in 1789. George Washington, the Freemason, recognized as the first president 2 months after Georgetown, the first Jesuit university, was established. Again, Georgetown, January of 1789, George Washington, March of 1789. But in this Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words, Freemason equals 42, Jesuit equals 42, Georgetown 42, Commerce 42. So they're going to announce the Commerce Secretary today, November 19th, the day leaving 42 days left in the year. Now, Donald Trump, who's number 45 and expected to become number 47 unless Joe Biden doesn't finish his term. Been a lot of 45 rituals with Donald Trump over the years, including when the election was first called for him in 2016 on the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall equals 45. More recently, his wife fell down the stairs and died 45 years after their marriage. We're going to talk about how she died on Howard Lutnick's birthday. I don't think that's an accident. Donald Trump, Mr. McDonald's, the man who designed the Golden Arches. That's also his death anniversary, July 14th. But anyhow, Cantor Fitzgerald will turn 80 years old in 2025, the year that this administration takes office. Just notice how Cantor Fitzgerald equates to 80. And remember, Grover Cleveland equates to 80, the only other split-term president. Trump had his convention in Cleveland back in 2016. We've been talking about him coming back as the next Grover Cleveland for a long time. Remember, the hit show was House of Cards when he became president the first time. And the thing about Grover Cleveland is the economy collapsed in his second term. And you got to wonder, are they going to make history repeat itself with Trump? Are they going to say that he filled up the swamp with guys like the Cantor Fitzgerald CEO, a lot of industry insiders? The stuff's happened before to other economies. You get a bunch of greedy people in there. They structure the economy so it only serves them. And then with that, the house of cards falls apart. But yes, we've been documenting the 80 rituals with Donald Trump leading up to his rigged selection as well. A Grover Cleveland number. So I find it very interesting how Cantor Fitzgerald will turn 80 in 2025 and its name equals 80, along with Grover Cleveland. And as for Howard Lutnick, by the way, if you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language. We always look at the same 4 ciphers, the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology. You're just taking the A, B, C song and turning letters into numbers. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, up to Z, the 26 letters, 26. In reverse, you're just counting backwards. Z would become 1, back to A is 26. And then you apply numerology to both orders for the 3rd and 4th ciphers. Anyhow, notice how Howard Lutnick and Donald Trump overlap, 159 and 60. And again, this was the 60th U.S. presidential election. Donald Trump had that scare on 15/9, 159 years after the Secret Service was established, the one that supposedly saved him, and that was after the one on the 13th of July under the 13 stripes, 13 weeks from the anniversary of the Secret Service being established, which was the same day Lincoln was shot. But these same numbers have come up in many a ritual, so you just got to say, what are the odds that Howard Lutnick equates to Donald Trump, 159 and 60? And again, his birthday is July 14th. That's Bastille Day. It's the day France celebrates its independence. The Jesuits from France. Trump was doing the ritual with the French fries at McDonald's, where the man who created that logo also died on that day in history. And probably not an accident that a man connected to a major French fry company dies on Bastille Day, but hey, that's a whole nother story. Lutnick is going to take office at age 63. That's been another theme with all the JFK business. Again, the Trump scare on July 13th was 45 days after JFK's birthday anniversary. And again, just to emphasize one more time, Cantor Fitzgerald was established in 45. In 45. Remember, Trump's first appointment to the White House was Pat Summerall's daughter, former NFL player and announcer, who was the 45th pick of the draft. Again, you pay attention, you'll see that all these appointments are by the numbers. It's like, it's just a joke. It literally is a joke. This is how they fill up the offices with their puppets, and their puppets are strategically picked for their Kabbalistic connections and likely in tribute to the kind of history that they want to pay tribute to, like what happened in Grover Cleveland's second term. You should look more into that. But yeah, Ivana Trump has the gematria of 63 and 45. And remember, when she died on his birthday, Howard Lutnick's, it was 45 years after her marriage to Trump, and now he's 63 years old. Ivana Trump, 63. And remember, these were big numbers in 2016, because if you add 1 through 63 together, it equals 2016. And Berlin Wall equals 45 and 63. So we've been talking about this number combination of 45 and 63 since Trump's first administration. And yeah, here we are now in 2024, and ain't nothing changed, including the majority of people still thinking all of this stuff's a coincidence every day, which to me is just mind-boggling, how you can think this is a coincidence every day. Every single appointment by this administration, symbolic by the numbers. And if you doubt that's true, just apply the code and go prove it for yourself. I've covered some of the key ones. I would have been doing more, but of course, sweet lady just gave birth. But again, this is how the federal government operates day in and day out, whether Trump's in there or Biden's in there or Obama's in there or a Bush is in there or a Clinton's in there, or going back to, again, the times of George Washington. This is how they've been operating. It's been the Masonic city. Before even the Masonic city, D.C. existed, this nation was founded by a group of men in secret societies, and several of them were Masons. Other founders were warning about the Jesuits. Got to look out for them. Remember, people fled from Europe because they wanted to escape the Jesuits and the Catholic Church. Then they turned our nation's capital into the new Rome. It was literally called Rome on the Potomac before they called it Washington, D.C. And most of them don't have a clue about any of this. So, anyhow, Howard Lutnick, beware dyslexic people. It could get funny. And something tells me, you just rearrange those letters. That might be the way some of these guys do get the thrones that they get installed into, because it is a game, isn't it? All right, Truth Seeker, we'll leave it there for now. And actually, I'll throw one more thing at you. My region of the country is preparing for the latest bomb cyclone. Yeah, for another thing, you guys, speaking of those Jesuits, look into the first admitted act of weather warfare, August 15th, 1952. That's the Jesuit order's birthday, founded August 15th, 1534 in Paris, France. I can't believe I didn't write something down. They're saying who's going to get the worst of this storm is Oregon, but looking at the map, I'm like, it looks like Washington's pretty much in the crosshairs too. So remember, Oregon is the 33rd state. Washington is the 42nd state. Here we are on the day, leaving 42 days left in the year. Today has numerology paths of 74 and 38. Oregon equates to 74 and 38. Energy and weapon have the gematria of 74 and 38. And again, bomb cyclone. Again, the United States of America spent nearly 50 years detonating big bombs way up high in the atmosphere and also beneath ground for experimentation purposes. This terminology of bomb cyclone has become quite popular, I'd say, in the last 15 or so years. I remember where I was, November 15, 2014, we were having a bomb cyclone in Washington State. It was the day my house got ransacked, and they asked me to wait outside, and then they took over 5 hours to show up while it was like below freezing with crazy wind. But again, the date numerology paths. You get the 74 by adding 11 plus 19 plus 20 plus 24. That's 74. The life lesson number path is similar. It's 11 plus 19, but you add the year digit by digit, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, which you get 38. Oregon is 78 with the alphabetic order, 38 with numerology. And they're saying that it's going to bring a month's worth of rain, this storm, and snow if you're up in the mountains, which will probably, some of it will melt and then create more flooding. But again, today also has just a straight up date numerology path of 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, which is 20. The word flood equates to 20. And realize these paths, 74, 38, 20, they all break down to the root digit of 2. 7 plus 4 for 74 becomes 11. 11 is 1 plus 1 is 2. 38, 3 plus 8 is 11. 1 plus 1, 2. 20, 2 plus 0 is 2. So again, different paths, kind of like gematria, but they're all interrelated. It's a system. And in light of this bomb cyclone hitting the Pacific Northwest on the 19th, remember the motto from these people at the top is order out of chaos. Bring something devastating. It brings about a planned solution for them. And a lot of times with this weather warfare stuff, that planned solution is providing a loan to a government to repair the damage from the destruction of the storm, which generates profit for the people at the top. But we've talked so much about 19-year cycles and why 19 matters so much and how the word chaos is 19. This storm is chaos. And again, I'll remind people how ordo ab chao, that's what the Masons write on the temple for the Latin for order out of chaos, ordo ab chao, how it overlaps with bomb cyclone in 3 out of the 4 ciphers, 46, 188, 53. And again, chaos, chao is Latin for chaos, 46 as well, also 19, the small way, going with this storm on the 19th of the month. But yeah, those are the big updates over here. And again, getting adjusted to fatherhood and taking care of the sweet little girl. So yeah, for all those sports people, I'm going to get the sports notes out here real quick. We'll probably stream around 3 p.m. Pacific. And thank you for your patience, Truth Seeker. We're going to keep the work going, but also take care of a sweet little girl. Thank you to everyone who supports the work as well. It means a lot. And until next time.